Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's severe weather update. So, we have a slight risk of severe weather extending from western central Oklahoma through southern central and western Kansas in the yellow today, with a marginal risk of severe weather extending from west central Texas through south central Nebraska in the dark green. Taking a look at today's tornado threat, we have an elevated 5% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location across central southern Kansas and central northern Oklahoma. In the brown area today, this includes Wichita, Kansas, bordering on Woodward, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, and Fort Sill, Oklahoma. So we're going to be likely seeing a few scattered tornadoes today in this brown area. So make sure you're preparing for some tornadoes. If you live in the brown area today, have a way to get notified for tornado warnings, such as your NOAA Weather Radio and your phone. We have a 2% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location, extending from north central Texas through Fort Worth, Wichita Falls, Norman, eastern Oklahoma City, through Garden City, Colby, and McCook. In the green area today, make sure you're on guard for an isolated spin-up tornado if you live in this green shaded area today. We have a 15% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour or stronger within 25 miles of a location across central southern Kansas and north central Oklahoma as well, including Wichita, Kansas, and Woodward, Oklahoma, with a 5% damaging wind risk in the marginal risk area from west central Texas through south central Nebraska. And looking at our large hail threat, we have a 15% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location across central northern Oklahoma through southern central northwestern Kansas in the yellow, 5% large hail risk in the brown area for the same area as the marginal risk. Looking at tomorrow's severe weather threat, we have a large slight risk of severe weather across eastern Texas, all of Louisiana, southern Arkansas, most of Mississippi in the yellow, with a marginal risk surrounding that across East Texas, central Arkansas, into western Alabama in the dark green, and another marginal risk across western Iowa and eastern Nebraska. Looking at tomorrow's tornado threat, we have a 5% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location across much of Louisiana, Mississippi, and southern Arkansas in the brown tomorrow, including Greenville, Jackson, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and New Orleans, Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Shreveport, Monroe, Louisiana. So make sure you're on guard for some scattered tornadoes tomorrow if you live across the brown shade area. We have a 2% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location in areas like Little Rock, Arkansas, Lufkin, Texas, and Mobile, Alabama tomorrow. A damaging wind threat, 15% chance in the yellow tomorrow, 5% chance in the brown of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour or stronger within 25 miles of a location for the slight and marginal risk respectively, 5% damaging wind risk in central western Iowa, far eastern Nebraska, and thankfully no large hail threat tomorrow across the south, but we do have a 5% chance of hail across central western Iowa and far eastern Nebraska in the brown shaded area. So timing out our storms today, storms will initiate around 4 o'clock Central Time this afternoon in western Oklahoma, southwest Kansas, and northwestern Texas. And as we go into 5 o'clock, these storms will rapidly intensify, where we'll likely start seeing large hail develop across portions of Oklahoma. And then going into 6 o'clock, we could be seeing giant hail producing storms southwest of Oklahoma City, through southwest Kansas and northwestern Texas around Wichita Falls. Could be producing tornadoes as well. Going into 7 o'clock, same thing. Storms move across central Oklahoma, Oklahoma City towards Wichita, Kansas, just west of Dallas, Fort Worth. And then going into 8 and 9 o'clock, we see more linear storm clusters, especially up towards Wichita, Kansas. However, towards southern Oklahoma, northern Texas, we are looking at a potential supercells going into about 8 and 9 o'clock this evening, producing large hail and tornadoes. And then going through into the overnight, see a line of storms develop across western central Texas and move through the I-35 corridor through the overnight around 4 a.m. The storms will weaken in the overnight, and then as we go into tomorrow morning around 11 o'clock, we'll see the storms re-intensify across Louisiana and Arkansas, and then could be seeing our tornado threat ramp up into tomorrow afternoon across Louisiana and Mississippi as we see several embedded supercells, and then going through into tomorrow evening, spin-up tornadoes are going to be possible across central Mississippi, southeastern Louisiana, and then even as we go into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night, damaging winds and tornado spin-ups are going to be possible across much of Mississippi and southeastern Louisiana before our line starts to weaken into Tuesday morning. So thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Make sure you're preparing for some scattered tornadoes today across the plains and tomorrow across the south, as well as some damaging wind gusts and large hail. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.